Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be taking a look at several different Palkia duos going up against every single charge move. Now, the Draco Meteor was a bit tough. We only tried once. We were standing outside. It wasn't the warmest conditions here at night in Anchorage, so we just gave it one shot and said we're good. And hopefully we can find another one where we can maybe hang out somewhere warm and keep our fingers, warmer so we can actually tap the screen. Anyways, all of these Palkia are going to have Dragon Tail, which is going to be the harder quick move to go up against. This first one here is going to be Fire Blast. So I'd say this is going to be your easiest one, okay? And you will clearly see that once we go up against the Hydro Pump. Yes, the dragons will be resisting that water, but on the flip, the Palkia is getting stabbed because it is going to be part water type. So as you can see, Scarlet Witch is teamed to the side here. She does have 4 maxed out Rayquaza, which is just absolutely magnificent, and then 2 of those Dragonites powered up to the max there. I'm going to actually be using 3 Rayquaza, one of which is level 37 or so. It does have 40 DPS, damage per second, so I don't need to worry about that. The other ones are going to have 41. Now, as far as the Draco Meteor Palkia is concerned, how is that going to happen? Well, we were fairly close for our first try. I had to re-lobby 3 times because I did enter twice and my Rayquaza just completely took the hit from the Draco Meteor without even getting off anything whatsoever. Just came in and got defeated, alright? So we just need to keep trying, trial and error. It is that random number generator. Whenever the raid boss decides to do that charge move, can really change the tides of battle. I mean, if it continuously spams you with Draco Meteor, you're probably going to have to retry and hopefully get at least 1 Draco Meteor off, because there was incidences where I wasn't even able to get off a Outrage onto the Palkia with that Dragon Tail and as well as Draco Meteor. Now, as far as going up against the Dragon Breath, it was charging its Draco Meteor quite quickly. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it was just, of course, our luck, because whenever we do these duos, we seem to have the worst end of the random number generator. But that just could be me, but we're pretty convinced. So we're just going to keep at it. Anyways, we're going to town on this Fire Blast one here, and we're looking great. Keep in mind, this is our first try. We didn't have any other practice rounds. We just went in this and gave it our best shot. And also take note that we weren't even next to each other. She was on another part of the parking lot, and I was on the other. We were downtown. It was just busy, so we just worked out that way. I kind of messaged her the inbox code and we went from there. And keep in mind, when you're doing these duos, it's really best to have communication between the 2 players, because if you both exit out of the lobby at the same time, that raid boss will in fact gain health and that could mess you up for the whole thing. So there is no weather boost, as you've seen in the beginning, neutral for all of their moves. Now I'm extremely tempted to power up another Rayquaza just to have that extra dragon firepower, because you can't go wrong powering up a Rayquaza, and I know a lot of you are waiting for it to return to even power one up in the first place. So I'm in a good position. Might as well use the rare candies. I'm just a bit of a hoarder when it comes to that. Actually, not really. I spend my rare candies all the time. It's just I'm waiting for these newer Gen 4 Pokemon like Gibble to come out so I can possibly just invest in it. But, I mean, we could, see those as late as summer. So I'll be waiting forever, and by then I'll have 1,000 more rare candies, right? So we're going to go ahead and go into the cast screen. After this is going to be the Dragon Tail Draco Meteor, the toughest moveset that you can go up against, period, on the Palkia. Now, if you wanted to use, say, fairies to try to duo it, is that possible? Yeah, it is, but the thing is, you're going to definitely need the weather boost. And the whole thing about the fairies is they do not have a quick move, so you're not going to be getting stabbed or doing super effective damage with that, unless you had a Togekiss with possibly, I don't know, Dragon quick move, in which case you're going to be an extremely lucky person and hold on to that Togekiss because you have something extremely valuable. Now for the Gardevoir, you probably want to use Confusions, doing a lot more damage, and then obviously Dazzling Gleam. So in we go to, let's see, the Draco Meteor one. Now we figured it had the Dragon Tail. It's like, oh boy, the hardest quick move and as well as the hardest charge move. Let's see what we have. Now that first one there wasn't bad whatsoever, but it's going to get a whole lot nastier, as you will see. So still looking good. I was able to get off a Outrage there. Now with the Dragon Tail and Draco Meteor, you're looking at about 1 Outrage per Pokemon. That's going to be for your Rayquaza and Dragonite. Even if you go in with a Dragonite full health, you can't take the Draco Meteor. Don't even dodge, because you're going to get shadow hit. You're just going to get stuck in a loop, and it's going to mess your whole duo up. You might as well just take the hit and keep trucking through. As you will see here, even if you lose a Pokemon that does nothing, you can still pull it off because we came so close. So I'm backing out here, still had a Pokemon, wanted to be safe and revive those Rayquaza that were doing a lot more damage, and that is another reason why I kind of want to power another one up. So here we go, in I do a couple hits and down I go, nothing. Complete waste, that hurt a lot. So if I was able to get an Outrage out there, probably we would have been able to do this one here. So continuing on here. Now if you're paying close attention, you will see that some of the health is retracting because a lot of the Outrages are not connecting due to the Draco Meteor hitting us before we're able to get that connection there. So that was another downfall in this whole run. But nonetheless, it was still a good one and a test trial. Going up against the hardest moveset, I think that is a good practice round for us to be prepared for when we go up against it again. Anyways, continuing on here, that I was just checking to see how much I had, and I decided to back out here because we were in fact communicating for this raid here, and I wanted to get those Rayquazas back into the fight as quick as possible so they can just jump into a Draco Meteor like that and get defeated. Down he goes, and yet again, nothing on the first Rayquaza. So we have one Outrage there, and down goes the second one. So this is going to be my third, and we have one Outrage. Let's see how many we can get. I do believe this one was able to get off quite a bit. That's 2. And are we going to be able to get 3 off? What a miracle, 3! That is quite amazing. So in comes Dragonite, does a few Dragon Tails, and down it goes. And yes, Dragonite is a bit tanky, but when it comes to this specific moveset here, it doesn't really matter. Dragonite, Rayquaza, they're both going down the same rate basically. Unless they just decided to do Dragon Tail all the way, then obviously the Dragonites will survive. So this is going to be the third relobby, and look how close we were. It was just about there. I'm sure we could have done it if we tried again. Like I said, it was in the cold, so we decided we'll do it another day. So this is going to be our last one here. Dragon Tail and Hydro Pump. Got all the movesets for you to see. So you should go out there and give it a shot if you have the dragons and means to do so. If you have windy weather, this should be a breeze for you, no problem whatsoever, especially going up against that Fire Blast. So this one is going to have, not as much time as the Fire Blast did, but we were still able to do it in our first attempt. And with that said, trainers, I'd like to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. It helps me quite a bit. And I will be catching you all next time. Take care.